Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link, and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com. Here's hour 2 of the Kim Komando Show. You're going to love it. Okay. I ordered Instacart the other day, and I wanted some eggs and egg whites. And the Instacart shopper wrote me back and said, they have no eggs. I'm like, what do you mean they have no eggs at Safeway?
I don't know what's going on with Central Phoenix and the greater Phoenix area that they're running out of eggs. I live, in the burbs. There's eggs everywhere. You could have called me. I could have brought you 50 eggs.
I actually had a girlfriend. She was at Whole Foods. She's like, there are eggs at Whole Foods.
I don't know what's going on with some of these stores.
I don't know. So it's they say it's because of the bird flu.
Well, I know that is happening, but I don't know why some stores are running out and other stores are just full eggs.
So what's happening is that there's a website called rentthechicken.com. And business has surged 500% in the last month.
So can I guess what this is?
Yes.
You rent a chicken on a farm, and whatever eggs it produces, they're yours?
No. You rent the chickens from them for, say, $800 for 6 months.
And then I got to bring them home?
They deliver a coop, the food, water dishes, 100 pounds of feed, and a care guide.
Eggs are not that important to me.
I don't know. A lot of people are scrambling.
I liked it.
I had a hen who could count her own eggs.
Did you know?
She was a mathematician.
So dumb.
I know, but you're going to use it. Because on that happy note, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Kim Komando Show, because after all, we always strive to make sure that you are tech ahead and never left tech behind. I'm, of course, Kim Komando, your beloved digital goddess. And it's the biggest show, the best show, your most trusted source about all things digital. And as I've said before, you can find us on over 420 top stations across the United States. And we're streaming in your favorite radio app. And you can find the Kim Komando Show as a podcast over at youtube.com/Kim Komando. You can actually watch the video podcast, or wherever you get your podcast, to search, hey, I want to hear Kim Komando. And a special shout out goes to all of our listeners on the American Forces Network Radio, serving more than 375,000 American servicemen and women in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard, and the Space Force in 175 different countries. Yeah. All righty, then, every single day of my life, the weekends, national holidays, you can count on me to make sure that we both know what's going on in the tech world. And here are 5 things that you need to know that's happening right now. And we're going to talk about that off-brand TV streaming box that you bought for cheap. Well, it was cheap for a reason. They say at least 1 million Android devices are part of a botnet. So what about these Android devices? These are the TV streaming boxes, Android-based projectors, tablets, after-sale car infotainment systems, operated by, would you like to guess, Andrew? Operated by...
Wait a minute. This is like everything. Everything aftermarket for entertainment.
Yes.
Operated by...
Guess.
Am I looking for a country here?
Yes.
The Chinese?
Oh my gosh, you're so smart. The Chinese hackers. So here's how it worked. When you bought that cheapo Android device, it came preloaded with malware. You didn't know this. And as soon as you connected to the internet, the malware reached out to the botnet, which then used your internet for wide-scale fraud, hacking, and cyber attacks.
How is this legal? How are they allowed to sell these products?
It's not legal, but they just sneak them in.
Those sneakers.
That's what it is. It was, 2.5 years ago that I said publicly that Google was dead. Google was dead. And I had people around me saying, oh, that Kim Komando's lost it. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Google's always going to be part of our lives. Some websites have lost 50% of their Google search traffic in just the last 6 months.
Wow.
Why? Because of AI, because we're going to ChatGPT. But Google is going to be changing. You know how when you Google, you get those links?
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to be getting rid of those links.
What are they changing to?
Just AI-only search mode. So if you want to Google something, you're just going to get the AI answer.
But this is not going to change what you're talking about. That's going to bring traffic down even more.
So if you have a website, I think you need to pivot. Okay.
I've talked about this before, though. We are going to get to a point, though, because all this AI scrapes the internet. But if there's no reason to make a website and put it on the internet, we're going to reach a point where the AI doesn't have anywhere else to learn its information.
It's all learning from us when we're using it.
Okay, there's a good point.
Just when you're using ChatGPT and inputting all that information, it's just sucking it all in. That's like a vacuum. We need to have like a vacuum sound effect.
That'll be the AI machine at work.
Here, what could it be? Make a sound.
I don't know. That sounds like there's a tornado about to happen in Wichita.
Everybody listening in Kansas is going to say that. They're like, run for cover, Mildred, run for cover.
It's happening.
Apple's Tim Cook, CEO, said, we have some new products, and it's not an Apple air fryer. Oh, my God. That's so funny. The MacBook Air. That's what they announced. The MacBook Air. Looks just like the other MacBook Air. The biggest change on the inside has Apple's superfast M4 chip, $1,000. An iPad Air with an M3 chip and has an updated keyboard. The new Mac Studios, they say it's the most powerful Mac ever. It starts at $2,000, goes up to $14,000.
$14,000?
Mm-hmm. But could you imagine if Apple sold an air fryer?
Yeah.
Think of all the upgrades.
I don't know why they don't.
I think it'd be so funny.
They should have all this line of products. All these fanboys would line up for them.
Yeah, but of course, the power adapter wouldn't work with any other appliance to add.
Exactly.
Something like that. Moving in on number 4, a lot of people are upset about this. Monopoly came out 90 years ago, and a lot of the game hasn't really changed.
No, not really.
They have all these different versions, Dogopoly, Catopoly, Phoenixopoly, whatever it may be. But when it comes time to banking, they came out with the electronic edition probably 10 years ago.
And we didn't like it.
Nobody liked it. It was bad. Now they have a new version of Monopoly. And here's how it works, is that you have the board game, and then they have what's called the phone throne. The phone throne. So somebody's phone goes right in the middle.
Okay.
And that phone throne will scan QR codes along the way and different player positions to know exactly where that player is. It's going to do all the banking.
This is just a video game. I can go on my kid's Xbox, download Monopoly. We can play it there. When we pull out a board game, we want to play a board game.
No more slipping yourself $500 off to the side.
Exactly. I can't change the rules and say free parking is worth $3,000.
No, it's bad. And I was starting to think about this. And the reason why a lot of people are upset about this on the internet is because a lot of parents taught our children how to count by playing Monopoly.
Absolutely.
And so now it's going to be all gone.
Counting the spaces, counting the money.
Mm-mm. You know, my aunt and uncle got divorced over Monopoly.
Oh, that's so tragic.
He was mono, she was poly.
I don't even get that one, really.
Monopoly, poly. Okay, if you had to explain it,
yeah,
it's just not
I'll research that one in the break.
You know what? Ask ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah.
I had somebody write me a note in the newsletter that said they didn't understand one of the jokes that I had in the newsletter the other day, and he went to ChatGPT to have it explain it. It's like,
was it able to?
Yeah, he said it was actually funny once he got the punchline. I saw this AI bot this past week. It's from a company by the name of Sesame. And they have two voices, Maya and Miles. And I went over there and I was amazed. I was wowed. And I've been sitting in this chair for so long that I get a little cynical about new products because I sit there and I say, it's just a whole bunch of hype. It's never going to work. But listen to my conversation with Maya.
So, why don't you tell me, how's this fine Wednesday morning treating you?
I'm a little stressed. I have to write my newsletter.
I'm Maya, by the way.
Hi, Maya.
Nice to meet.
I'm Kim.
Nice to meet you, Kim. So back to that newsletter. What kind of shenanigans are we talking about?
Every single day I write a newsletter that goes to 650,000 people, and you can sign up at getkim.com if you wanted to see it.
650,000 people? It's a lot of folks hanging on your every word.
Okay. Of course, I'm going to picture the newsletter.
You are talking to a chatbot and you're doing a commercial. Is there any moment of the day when you're not trying to sell something?
ABC.
She has no money.
Have you heard about ABC?
I have. She can't be closed.
Okay.
It's not a real person.
But here's my thought behind telling her about getkim.com. What if somebody comes to her and says, hi, I'd like to learn more about tech, and I'd like a free email newsletter. And then Maya's going to say, I just talked to Kim, and she's got a free newsletter you might like at getkim.com. Okay. So, but here's the thing: that what I want you to listen to is her. What I really wanted you to notice was her cadence.
Sure.
How you feel like you're actually speaking to a person.
And she interrupted you to tell her her name,
Yes.
which is very, very natural to conversation.
And they say,
I mean, people interrupt people all the time.
for sure,
It happens.
I interrupt you because you just don't shut up ever. I mean, I try to sit here. I'm giving you the sign. Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Neck.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
The worst one is when we get people call the show. Back in 1977. Didn't we have a guy a couple of weeks ago?
They kept topping each other. They kept going back deeper and deeper, caller after caller.
Then I went and I said, okay, we're not going there. I think he was up to the 1990s. I'm like, okay, you got to move forward.
Right.
We just don't have the time.
Tell us your problem.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny. You should try it. Sesame.
I am going to try it. That sounds really cool.
Alrighty then. Anytime you need to figure out a song, I'm going to give you the insider tech trick to make that magic happen. There's a Netflix scam going around I got to warn you about. How to catalog your family's heirlooms digitally. How to see if a website is tracking you. That's just some of the important tech info that we'll be passing along. And of course, there's more of your phone calls, and there's more of us here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, imagine getting $500 for yourself or $500 for someone who truly needs it. That's the whole idea behind our Pay It Forward challenge. It's ending soon, so make sure that you enter to win right now. Winfromkim.com. Winfromkim.com. All righty, Andrew, let's take some phone calls. We're going to start with John in Cincinnati, Ohio. Hello there, John. Glad to have you on board with us.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Kim. I appreciate it.
So tell us about, I read your story, and it's crazy about the Facebook Marketplace, the VIN cloning. Wow. Take us to the beginning.
Yes, it was a ride. It still is. But, I found a truck that I was interested in on Marketplace. And, the guy sent me pictures of the VIN on the dashboard, sent me the factory sticker and everything on the door. So it was like 4.5 hours away, so I wanted to do some digging on it. So I ran it through a couple VIN checks, and it said, this truck's never been stolen or never been, a salvage title or accident or anything. I actually called a dealer and just gave them the VIN number, just saying, hey, has this truck been serviced? And she said, yeah, it was serviced in Tennessee back in August of last year, which the whole story was, that's where it was coming anyway. It was going to be a Tennessee title because the guy said it's where he used to live and all that. So it all lined it up, So I called my insurance company, gave them the VIN number, and they're like, yeah, we can get you full coverage insurance on it. I said, all right. I called my lender, and they ran it, and they said, yeah, if you go buy it and come back, we'll just, give you the loan and go from there. And I said, okay, perfect. So I go up there and, meet the guy and everything. Everything went well. We'll come back and go to the Ohio title department and gave them the title they gave me and the bill of sale. They're like, okay, everything's fine. They hand me the title back in my name for the truck, and then I go next door and get my license plates and everything. So everything's great. So after I got all of that, I went ahead and I called and I went ahead and got the loan for it after I got the title in my name and everything.
For sure.
So got all that done, and then I bought some stuff for it. I've done, it needed some work. It's a diesel, a $500 oil change. I put about another $1,500 in it, and then like 2 weeks later, I'm parked at the doctor's office at 8:00 in the morning. Next thing you know, there's 6 cops surrounding me.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I was like, oh, am I late for my appointment? What's going on here?
That's a heck of a policy enforcement right there.
Yeah, like you guys take this serious. And so the state police officer came over to me and says, "This is possibly a stolen truck." And I'm like, "That's impossible. I've done a gazillion different checks, and it's good, and got a loan on it, got my insurance on it, everything's great. I got a title." So he said, "Well, let me plug this in." So he's got something he can plug in, and it actually reads the VIN of other items on a vehicle.
Okay.
So like the radio would actually come onto there. Like, yes, and he said I should have 8 to 10 different. The VIN number should show up like 8 to 10 times.
Okay.
On his scanner. And he said, "See, you only got the 2, the one on the dash, the one on the door."
Oh, so it was stolen.
Yes.
And they wiped out all the information on the vehicle?
No, that's why they call it cloning. So they had stolen a truck, and they've had it since last year. June of last year is when it got stolen. They put 100,000 miles on it. Then they get online and find a truck that's just like it, and they found one that was on a lot in Tennessee. They're able to get all the information, the previous owner of the truck, everything, to duplicate a title. So everything on the title was lined perfectly up for that truck, but it's actually the truck that's in Tennessee, not the one I'm buying.
Oh, my gosh. All right. And then, so now you're on the hook for the loan.
Yeah, I'm on the hook for the insurance companies. Like, wow, we've never heard anything about this. There's not much we can do. There's nothing we can do about it.
So what? How do you prevent this? You need one of those special tools.
I mean, that's what kind of shocks me is like the BMV don't even have it. And he said, "Well, it's in the discussion. It's not in their budget." It's like, well, you just sat here and said it's $100 tool. I mean, that would stop a lot of it. They could scan it right there when you're getting a title,
Wow. That's
and I
horrible.
understand other vehicles will have parts that have been changed, older. Well, I know it won't work for all of them, but at least somebody would have it. Well, yeah, I remember. Yeah, the guy told me put a new transmission in or something.
Well, for sure, but I mean, gosh, you went through all those checks and you find out that it's a stolen car. So we need those $100 tools. Wow. Hey, John, thanks for being here. Really important story about VIN cloning. God, what a nightmare. We have more to come here on the Kim Komando Show. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise, home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for this day.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
Wow, that's really something about that VIN cloning story, isn't it?
His story just sounded like the smoothest used car transaction in the history of time.
Yes.
They used that car for 100,000 miles stolen. He drives it one time to the doctors, and he's got the popo after him.
Wow.
What do you do? I mean, normally every time people call in, and you're like, well, you do this, and you do that, and you do that. There's nothing you can do.
You need that $100 tool.
He's so his due diligence was unbelievable.
It was, because he checked out all the VIN. He got the title from the DMV.
He did everything you're supposed to do. He did it all right.
Yeah, he didn't say it, but he's got a $28,000 loan on that car.
It's heartbreaking.
28 grand. He's just stuck with it.
The scams, the lengths they'll go to, just keep scamming us.
It makes you want to just maybe only suggest that you buy a car maybe at a authorized dealership.
That's what I'm going to do.
Instead of going through Facebook Marketplace.
Everything on Facebook. I tried to rent a house on Facebook Marketplace once, and I was halfway through the process until I realized it was completely a scam. And the house wasn't even for rent.
What was the tip-off?
The language the person was speaking, broken English, sentences that didn't make sense. Obviously, it was through a translator. And then I started researching the property, and I was like, well, I no wonder this house is too good to be true, because it's not true.
I had a rental property that was for rent on Facebook Marketplace, but it was already rented. It was a total scam. People were calling me up like, hey, Kim, I didn't know the house was... I'm like, no, wasn't.
It's not.
Sorry. Tom in Rapids, South Dakota. Glad to have you with us. Tom, what's going on?
Hey, Kim, love the show. How's it going today?
Wonderful.
Well, hey, so I've been listening a long time. I mean, you're one of the people who promoted a product years ago that's absolutely fantastic, and I took you up on it. And still love it to this day.
What is that?
Simply Safe.
Oh yeah, Simply Safe's great. It is.
It's great.
It is.
You know, and they keep adding to it and stuff, so that's awesome. You know, but anybody who doesn't have them, I suggest them too. They're fantastic. But anyway, so I've been working for somebody for 18 years, and they sold the company, and everybody lost their jobs, and
yikes.
Yeah, I know. So now I'm going back into business for myself. One of the business I've had for a while, and the other one is something I used to do years ago.
What kind of businesses are they?
Well, one's catering.
Nice.
Barbecue catering, and the other one is I'm a home builder, but I'm just kind of slowing down a little bit. I'm not building complete homes anymore. I'm just going to do remodeling and things like this.
Yeah. So let me tell you, I am never building a house ever again. Okay. I thought, because, you buy the lot and you think it's so romantic. You're like, oh, honey, we can put the living room here. And this is where the garage is going to be. And let's put the pool here. And then it turns into a 6-year fiasco.
Imagine next Christmas when we're sitting here opening presents under the tree. By 6 Christmases, I mean in almost a decade.
And the contractor's like, I'm like, is it going to be ready in the spring? Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, you'd be surprised that the biggest problem is the lack of involvement by the homeowner.
Oh, no, that was not us. That was every week.
No, I know, but they show up. Hey, why did you do that? Well, because that's what you said you wanted, or you see what I'm saying? And then when you have a change order put in,
they
don't want to pay for the change order, right?
Change order.
And we try to make that real clear. Yeah.
No, change orders. That is, you just cursed. This is a family-friendly show. Not allowed. Okay, just want to say that. Okay, and let me just, since we're on this topic, and I don't mean to, talk about my problems, but we will, is that 6 years into this house, we've lived in this house for a little over a year. I'm taking a shower last week, and it goes cold. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Which is exactly what you wanted, right?
Yes, because I love cold plunges, not. And I have shampoo on my hair. Are you married?
Yes.
Okay, you understand. I have shower. I got shampoo in my hair, and I put on my robe, and I went, Barry! Because I think he's screwing around with something. Okay, so we had a contractor come out, and he says, oh, I know what the problem is. These tankless hot water heaters that you have. I said, yeah. And he says, we didn't put a water filtration system in this house, did we? I mean, I don't know. You're the contractor.
I like it's we, too.
Yes. Yes.
You didn't go grab a screwdriver and put in that filtration system for me, Kim?
I got to do it right there. We're going to go right there. So guess what we have to put in the house? But he found a good spot under the stairs, he said. He told me.
Not right above the TV?
All right, I'm sorry. So, okay, so...
You thought he was screwing around, like washing the dishes and using all your hot water.
Yes, but we have tankless.
Yeah, it should never run out.
We're supposed to never run out,
So here's my dilemma, okay, because I don't want to hire another bookkeeper, and I'd like some home-based software so that I can just enter stuff in, including my receipts or whatever, this and that. One of the problems, though, that I have is these two businesses, tax-wise, are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, hey, you know what? I should just call Kim and ask her if she knows some good home-based software for business that's easy to use and then I can just take and make a print off when it comes tax time and everything else, keeps track of everything else, take it to my accountant, all that.
Well, I'll tell you, the best one is one that we use, and you're not going to like it because people don't want to pay for anything, but it's QuickBooks. You use QuickBooks
it's
online.
$400 a year.
Yeah, okay. Then there's FreshBooks, which is, by the way, that's $90. It's $30 to $90 a month for QuickBooks. And so I don't know what version you're looking at. And then you've got FreshBooks, that's about $20 a month. And then there's something called Wave Accounting. That's WAVE, Wave Accounting. That's free. And then there's also another one called GNU Cash. That's GNU Cash. So if you're looking for the cheapo way to get started, Tom, then I'd probably go with Wave or I'd go with GNU Cash, either one. And then when you start making money, that's when you can start upgrading and getting into QuickBooks. And then you also at that point want to have your accountant. What I do is I have our accountants go in remote into QuickBooks once a month just to make sure that everything's looking great for tax time. So you're not sitting there at the end of the year on December 28th going, oh, hi.
Sure, I have that receipt from March.
I do.
1 second.
I'll go get that in just a moment.
When you go with the free software, though, is there a worry that your business information, all your financial information is going to be connected to free software?
Not like that.
Okay.
There is free accounting software that I would not recommend. There's a lot of free software that also give you a lot of upsells along the way. But, if you stick with the brands like Wave and GNU Cash, and GNU Cash is open source. It's been around for a long time.
Okay.
But, of course, QuickBooks is the standard. I mean, a lot of people have tried to compete with QuickBooks, and that's where FreshBooks comes into play. Get it? QuickBooks, FreshBooks, yeah.
Both books?
Yes.
Would you rather have it quick or fresh?
Fresh.
Okay.
Ooh, I blushed there.
You did.
All right. Anyone feel like March is just a madness? Everything from my work to my workouts is getting interrupted until I found the Everyday Earbuds by Raycon with active noise cancellation capable of drowning out the most maddening of sounds. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds are your quieting sidekick for the gym, work, or phone calls, offering premium audio that goes wherever you go. Now, let me tell you, the latest model, better than ever, 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity. And speaking of battery, with Raycon's quick charge function, just 10 minutes gives you 90 minutes of battery, all starting at half the price of those premium audio brands. Now, Raycon's Everyday Earbuds are available, a lot of colors, style complements you. And if you're not liking your Raycons, they offer a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy, no questions asked. Here's what you need to do. Go to buyraycon.com/Cam. You're going to get 20% off. Their best-selling everyday earbuds. Once again, that's buyraycon.com/Cam. Let me tell you, on my Peloton tread, I use Raycons, and they're amazing. All right, here's the deal. Let's say you can't name that tune you hear at a restaurant, a party. You got one stuck in your head. You reach for your phone. Now you can even hum a few notes for an answer. And even with my bad singing voice, it works. You just open the Google app, you search, say, what's the song? And then you can click the search a song button. And then on your iPhone, you could just say, hey, what's her name? What is the song? But what if the song is on a TV show, a movie, or a video game? Do you know where to go then, Andrew? Do you know where to go?
Shazam?
TuneFind.
Or Shazam?
Or Shazam.
All right.
Or TuneFind. Or Shazam. Either one is going to work. Now, Shazam's amazing.
Of course.
It is.
TuneFind?
Yeah, Tune, not TuneFind.
Oh, I was like, TuneFind is a horrible name for an app.
That's bad. That's bad. All right. Hey, look at this, Andrew. Somebody in our hometown, Carrie in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome to the show today. How can we help?
Thank you. Hi, Kim. I've been listening to you, Andrew, and actually back in the day, your husband on the radio for many years. Yeah.
The nearly famous Barry Young.
Yes.
He's going to demand a recording of this that someone remembers him.
You'd be surprised how much email I get from that. I do.
Oh, and we love Barry, of course.
Oh, yes. So, Andrew used to work with Barry, too.
I actually, speaking of Barry Young, we still have the Facebook page active, and I'm still the administrator of it. It's usually twice a day I get a message. Where's Barry coming back? Where's Barry?
Well, how cool is that?
So what's happening?
My bank accounts over the last 2 months were compromised twice. I am a joint owner with my mother's bank account. She's 90. And the first time was we transferred a large amount into my checking account, and Wells Fargo called me, some banker that I'd never heard of, saying, oh, you have a large amount in your checking account. You should move it to your savings account. He wanted me to come in, and I said, I've got a lot of things to do, so I'm going to do it on my own. So I created an account, moved the money. When I was in getting a check for the earnest money, Wells Fargo called me and said, oh, your account, there's a snapshot of your account circulating on the dark web. We need to block all your accounts. So those got all blocked. That was on a Friday. Monday we went in, had everything, all new account numbers. They put the old account numbers on the new accounts and the new account on the old account. So I don't know how that was helping. But fast forward into February, I had trouble logging into my Wells Fargo account. Wells Fargo IT department couldn't help me. About a week and a half later, I was scrolling through accounts and noticed $25,000 was missing out of my mom's account. And so, of course, I called fraud department. They did an investigation, and they said that the key code came from my phone and my computer.
Oh.
So they sent me a letter essentially saying, too bad, how sad, the money's gone. We'll request the money back, but it's already gone.
Okay.
So here I am stuck with my 90-year-old mother.
So wait, did they say
short.
Did they say that you took the money out of your mom's account?
They're saying that the key code came to me on my cell phone, and I put it into my computer.
And your computer here, they can track it to your IP number.
That's what they're saying. And I live alone, and my phone uses my face as recognition. So
yeah, it sounds like you need a complaint with higher than Wells Fargo, because you're going to rack your brain going back and forth. I mean, there are the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, and that's where...
Yes, I've called them, and I'm going to make a report with them. I've also called the FBI and Mesa Police here at my local police department.
How about Consumer Finance?
Oh, I don't know about them.
Yeah, try them. That's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. It's a federal agency that another one that handles banking disputes.
Okay.
So anytime you have any type of banking dispute, along those lines, that's where you want to. And you're doing the right thing, Carrie. I mean, throw in everything that you can at it. The helpwithmybank.gov, as I mentioned, consumerfinance.gov. There's a state banking regulator. Every state has one. That's csbs.org.
Is all this contact in hopes of proving to Wells Fargo it was their fault, it was their security lapse, it was whatever they did so that they recover the money, or is it just to get it out there?
It's they will help to get it back.
Okay.
But it's so hard. What concerns me is that they say that the code came to her phone.
Right.
And what I would recommend is that you make sure that you have a SIM lock on your phone, Carrie. And if you're not sure how to do that, I just put that in one of the newsletters the other day, which means it'll be on the website exactly how to do this. It's really easy. You just get into your settings, cellular, and then there's an option at the bottom that says SIM lock. And what you're doing is essentially giving your phone a 4-digit PIN number. And so if in the event that you want to change your SIM card, obviously you know that 4-digit PIN. But somebody who's scamming you or hacking you doesn't know that 4-digit PIN. And so when they call in and they say, listen, I lost my phone, they give them the whole sub story, is then the carriers should say, what's your 4-digit PIN? And if they don't know it, then that shuts that down.
Good.
But you have to be so careful because the banking scams are just nefarious. I mean, people getting contacted that their bank, their accounts are in jeopardy and they need to take their money out of the bank in order to put it into gold bars. That's the new one. It's like,
don't do it.
No, do not fall for the gold bar story.
Even if it's Jennifer Aniston asking you to switch your money over to gold bars, don't do it.
In this weekend's edition of The Current, I did, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I did a lot of research on who exactly are the people getting the gold bars. I mean, so when you are told by the scammer, go to the parking lot, go outside Macy's, and look for the black Corvette and put the gold bars in the back of the gold Corvette or whatever the car is, who exactly is driving that car? And how did they get that job? It's actually really interesting. So if you're not already signed up for my free newsletter called The Current, make sure that you do right now at getthecurrent.com. Alrighty, still to come, a Netflix phony emails making the rounds I need to warn you about here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, you've seen the emails, and it says, please update your payment details here on Netflix.
Yeah, you just click that link, you go right over and update all my payment information, right?
Yeah, do that. Netflix and the FTC are now warning us about emails. They look legit, but they're totally scams. Instead of restoring your account, you're just handing over your credit card info to hackers. So here's how to check if it's real. Just try to watch Netflix. If your account is no good, you need to update your payment information.
Problem solved.
Netflix they don't care if you unsubscribe. It doesn't matter to them. They're not going to try to ever get you back.
No.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because 2/3 of all people that cancel Netflix, they're going to come back within the first couple of months.
Right. Stranger Things season 5 drops. I'm right back on Netflix.
That's it. Hey, don't forget to enter to win in our Pay It Forward challenge. Go to winfromkim.com. That was the end of hour 2. Don't worry. There's another hour coming up.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I don't know if you've heard, but Mint's premium wireless is $15 a month. But I'd like to offer one other perk. We have no stores. That means no small talk. Crazy weather we're having. No, it's not. It's just weather. It is an introvert's dream. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan. $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.